A moment later, the physician and the technician entered the room, forced smiles on their faces. The technician took her seat as the doctor stood behind her. Neither Jeremy nor Lexi could think of anything to say. In the silence, Jeremy could hear his own breathing. "Let's take a look," Dr. Summers said. The technician added a bit more gel. When she placed the handpiece on Lexi's stomach, the baby came into view once more. When the technician pointed to the screen, however, it wasn't toward the baby. "See?" she said. The doctor leaned forward. So did Jeremy. Again, he saw the wavy white line. This time he noticed that it seemed to be coming from the walls encircling the baby in the surrounding dark space. "See?" The doctor nodded. "Has it attached?" The technician moved the handpiece, and various images of the baby came into view. She shook her head as she spoke. "When I was looking earlier, I didn't see that it had attached anywhere. I think I checked everywhere." "Let's make sure," the doctor said. "Let me take over." The technician rose, and the doctor took her place. The doctor was silent as he moved the handpiece. He seemed less adept at the machine, and the images appeared more slowly. Like the technician, he leaned toward the screen. For a long time, no one said anything. "What is it?" Lexi's voice trembled. "What are you looking for?" The doctor glanced at the technician, who quietly left the room. When they were alone, the doctor brought the white line into view. "Do you see this?" he asked. "This is what is known as an amniotic band," he said. "What I've been doing is checking to see if it's attached to the baby anywhere. If it does attach, it's usually on the extremities, like the arms and legs. So far, though, it seems that it hasn't attached, and that's good." "Why? I don't understand," Jeremy said. "What do you mean by band? What can it do?" The doctor exhaled slowly. "Okay, this band is made up of the same fibrous material as the amnion, the sac that holds the baby. See it here?" He ran his finger in a roughly circular manner over the sac, and then to the band. Now, as you can see, one end of the band is attached here to the sac. The other end is floating free. This free-floating end can attach to the fetus. If that happens, the baby will be born with amniotic band syndrome, or ABS. When the doctor spoke again, his tone was deliberately neutral. "I'll be perfectly frank. If that happens, it greatly increases the odds of congenital abnormalities. I know how hard this is to hear, but that's why we really took our time examining the images. We wanted to be sure that the band hasn't attached." Jeremy could barely breathe. From the corner of his eye, Jeremy saw Lexi bite her lip. "Will it attach?" Jeremy asked. "There's no way to know. Right now, the other end of the band is floating in the amniotic fluid. The fetus is still small right now. As it grows, the likelihood of attachment increases, but true amniotic band syndrome is rare." "What kinds of abnormalities?" Lexi whispered. It wasn't a question the doctor wanted to answer, and it showed. "Again, it depends on where it attaches, but if it's true ABS, it could be serious." "How serious?" Jeremy said. He sighed. "If it attaches to the extremities, the baby could be born without a limb, or with a club foot, or with syndactyly, which is webbing between the fingers. If it attaches elsewhere, it could even be worse." As the doctor answered, Jeremy found himself growing dizzy. "What do we do?" he forced out. "Is Lexi going to be okay?" "Lexi will be fine," he said. "ABS doesn't affect the mother in any way. And as for what to do, there's really nothing we can do except wait. There's no reason for bed rest or anything like that. I will recommend that we get a level 2 ultrasound, which will create a clearer image, but again, all we'll be looking for is to see whether the band has attached to the fetus. And again, I don't think it has. After that, we'll do serial ultrasounds, probably one every 2 or 3 weeks, but that's all we can do for now." "How did it happen?" "It wasn't anything you did or didn't do. And keep in mind that so far it doesn't look like it's attached." I know I've said that before, but that's important to understand. So far, there's nothing wrong with your baby at all. Her growth is fine, her heartbeat is strong, and her brain is developing normally. So far, so good. In the silence, Jeremy could hear the steady, mechanical hum of the ultrasound machine. "You said it could even get worse if it attaches elsewhere," he said. The doctor shifted in his seat. "Yes," he admitted. "It's unlikely that it will, though." "How much worse?" Dr. Summers slid his file off to the side, as if deciding how much to say. "If it attaches to the cord," he said at last, "you could lose the baby."